Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Fluent Nest English, where speaking English feels natural and easy.
I'm Emily.
And I'm Ollie. Emily, before we start today, I have a question for you.
Oh, yes? What is it?
Has your English ever completely disappeared at the worst possible moment?
Oh, absolutely. Like when someone important asks you a simple question, and suddenly you forget every English word you have ever learned.
Yes. Your brain just goes completely blank. You open your mouth and nothing comes out.
It is the most frustrating feeling in the world, because you know the words, you have studied them, but in that moment they just vanish.
Exactly. And today we're going to talk about exactly why this happens. And most importantly, how to fix it forever.
Yes. Today's topic is why your English freezes when you're nervous. And we have real solutions that actually work.
This is such an important topic. I think every single English learner has experienced this at least once.
At least once? I think every day.
That is so true. So, Emily, let us start with the why. Why does our English freeze when we are nervous?
Okay. So the first thing to understand is that this is not an English problem. This is a brain problem.
A brain problem. What do you mean by that?
Well, when you feel nervous or stressed, your brain activates something called the fight or flight response. It is a survival mechanism.
Oh, I know about that. It is when your brain thinks you're in danger, right?
Exactly. Your brain thinks, danger, danger. And it sends all its energy to your body. Your heart beats faster. Your muscles get ready to run or fight.
But speaking English is not running or fighting. So the brain is not helping at all in that moment.
Exactly right. In fact, it is doing the opposite. The part of your brain that handles language and complex thinking actually shuts down a little.
And wow. So when we're nervous, our brain is literally less capable of producing language.
Yes. Scientists call this cognitive overload. Your working memory gets completely full. You're trying to think about grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation, and what to say all at the same time.
And the brain just crashes like a computer with too many windows open.
That is a perfect description. Too many windows open at once, and the whole system freezes.
So it is not that our English is bad. It is that our brain is overwhelmed.
Exactly. And this is actually great news. Because if it is a brain problem, we can train the brain to respond differently.
I love that. So how do we start? What is the first fix?
The first fix is something we call the anchor phrase. And it is incredibly simple.
Anchor phrase. That sounds interesting. What is it?
An anchor phrase is one sentence you prepare in advance for nervous moments. Something like, "That is a really great question. Let me think about that for a second."
Oh, I love that. It buys you time without sounding nervous at all.
Exactly. While you are saying your anchor phrase, your brain has a few extra seconds to calm down and find the words it needs.
So you're basically tricking your brain into relaxing while you keep talking.
Yes. And the beauty of an anchor phrase is that it sounds completely natural. Nobody knows you're using it as a rescue technique.
That is brilliant. What are some other good anchor phrases people can use?
You can say, that is interesting. Or let me see. Or simply, well, you know. These tiny phrases give your brain breathing room.
I use all the time without even realizing it. Now I know why it helps.
Native speakers use these phrases constantly. They are completely natural, and they keep the conversation flowing while your brain catches up.
Okay, so the first fix is the anchor phrase. What is fix number 2?
Fix number 2 is called slow breathing activation. And before you say it sounds too simple, trust us. The science behind this is very powerful.
Okay, I will trust you. How does it work?
When you feel your English starting to freeze, you take one slow, deep breath. Not a big, dramatic breath. Just one quiet, slow breath in through your nose.
Just one breath? That is it.
That one breath sends a direct signal to your nervous system to calm down. It actually reduces the fight or flight response in your brain almost immediately.
Wow. So one breath changes the chemical reaction happening in your brain.
Yes. And when your brain calms down even slightly, that language center opens back up again. Words start coming back.
That is incredible. Something so simple has such a powerful effect.
It really does. The problem is most people do the opposite when they panic. They hold their breath without realizing it. and that makes everything worse.
Oh, that is so true. I hold my breath when I'm nervous. I never noticed that before.
Most people do. So the practice is simple. Every time you feel nervous before speaking English, one slow breath. In through the nose. Then speak.
One breath, then speak. I'm going to practice that today. What is fix number 3?
Fix number 3 is what we call comfort zone expansion practice. And this one is a long-term fix that builds real confidence over time.
Comfort zone expansion. That sounds a little scary, actually.
It sounds scary, but it is actually very gentle. The idea is that nervousness happens because speaking English feels unfamiliar and risky to your brain.
Yes. Your brain sees it as a threat because it is outside your comfort zone.
Exactly. So the solution is to slowly and gently push that comfort zone outward. A little bit every single day.
How do we do that practically? What does it look like in real life?
You start with the lowest pressure situation possible. For example, say good morning in English to yourself in the mirror every day.
Just good morning? That is so small.
That is the point. It needs to feel easy. Because every time you do something easy in English, your brain records it as a safe experience. And your comfort zone grows a little.
Oh, I see. So you're teaching your brain that English is safe, not dangerous.
Exactly. Then after a few days, you add one more sentence. How are you today? Then a week later, you describe what you see around you. Each step is tiny, but the progress adds up fast.
31. It is like building a muscle. You do not start with the heaviest weight. You start light and build up.
Perfect analogy. And the key is consistency. 5 minutes every day beats 1 hour once a week.
By the way, everyone, if you're enjoying this episode, please like this video and subscribe to Fluent Nest English. And comment the word freeze below so we know you are watching today.
Yes, write freeze in the comments. And if you want to practice these techniques with a real English conversation partner available anytime, check out Fluent Nest AI in the description below. It is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
It is like having a personal English coach in your pocket. Now, Emily, what is fix number 4?
Fix number 4 is called the imperfection permission. And this one is about your mindset.
My mindset. Okay, what is the imperfection permission?
It means you give yourself official permission to make mistakes. You say to yourself before speaking, I am allowed to make mistakes. My message matters more than my grammar.
Oh, that is powerful. Because so much of the nervousness comes from fear of making mistakes, right?
Yes. Most English learners are not nervous about speaking. They are nervous about being judged for imperfect speaking.
That is such an important difference. The fear is not about the language. It is about what people will think.
Exactly. And here is the truth. When you are speaking to someone, they care about your message. They are not sitting there counting your grammar mistakes.
That is so reassuring. People are listening to what you're saying, not how perfectly you're saying it.
Right. And the moment you truly accept that, the pressure drops. And when the pressure drops, your English flows so much more naturally.
I felt that shift personally. The day I stopped caring about perfect English was the day my speaking actually improved.
Yes. Because you stopped using mental energy to worry and started using it to actually communicate.
That is such a profound point. Worry uses the same mental space as speaking. You cannot do both well at the same time.
Exactly. So give yourself the imperfection permission. Say it out loud right now. I am allowed to make mistakes.
I'm allowed to make mistakes. That actually feels good to say.
It does. Now, fix number 5 is the final one. And it ties everything together.
I am ready. What is fix number 5?
Fix number 5 is called the simulation method. And this is the most powerful long-term fix of all.
Simulation method. Tell me everything.
You create practice situations that feel as real as possible. For example, if you are nervous about job interviews in English, you practice a fake job interview with a friend or an AI tool every single day.
So you practice the exact situation that makes you nervous, but in a safe environment.
Yes, because the more times your brain experiences that situation, the more familiar it becomes. And familiar means safe. And safe means no freeze.
So you're basically building a memory bank of successful English experiences in that situation.
Exactly. Your brain stops seeing it as a threat and start seeing it as something it has done many times before.
That is so smart. You are rewiring your brain's response to that specific situation.
Yes. And it works for any situation. Nervous about talking to your boss? Practice it. Nervous about ordering food in English? Practice it. Whatever makes you freeze, simulate it until it feels normal.
Wow. Let us do a quick summary for everyone before we finish.
Great idea. Fix 1. Use an anchor phrase to buy your brain time. Fix 2. Take one slow breath before you speak. Fix 3. Expand your comfort zone with tiny daily steps. Fix 4. Give yourself the imperfection permission. Fix 5. Use the simulation method to make nervous situations familiar.
5 fixes. All of them practical. All of them starting today.
Yes. You do not need a classroom. You do not need expensive courses. You just need these 5 tools and a little bit of daily practice.
Remember, everyone, your English is not broken. Your brain is just scared, and scared brains can be trained.
That is beautifully said, Ollie. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening to today's episode of Fluent Nest English.
Please subscribe, like this video, and share it with a friend who freezes when speaking English. They need this today.
And leave us a comment. Tell us which fix you're going to try first. We read every single one.
See you next time, everyone. Keep practicing and keep growing.
Goodbye, everyone. You are doing amazing. We believe in you.